This is ARK Survival Evolved, and we're kind of gonna do an introductory let's play, explain a few things, and all that jazz. This is Zankahet with WPGN on our public beginner server. Now, on this server, we've got, like XP turned up a little bit, gathering resources turned up a little bit, the tame timer reduced, just for people to kind of, that are new to the game, to kind of get a hold on what's going on. Now, I have a little shack here, kind of dinked around a little bit. Now, to explain what ARK is, it's set in the Jurassic era, with all the dinosaurs and all that good stuff. And you're basically dropped on this island called the Island, and you have to survive. Now, when you get dropped down, you don't have anything other than, basically your undies. You have no, tools, you have no weapons, nothing like that. Okay, I see that there's a dinosaur over there. Didn't even hit it. Hit it that time. Oh man, it's upset. Okay. So I just killed a dinosaur. This is a Dilophosaur. Now, before I get too heavy into explaining all that, you can run around the beach and collect stones, kind of like this one. You can punch trees to get resources like wood and thatch. Or you can harvest plants, like this, to get fiber, berries, and seeds. Everything in this game is used for something. There is no useless material. I know in other games you can pick up stuff that's basically vendor trash, but here's the thing. There are no vendors in this game. There is no gold, there's no money. It's basically whatever you collect. If you're playing on a public server and there are other people or other tribes playing, you can use some of the things that you collect as currency to trade for other goods and services. Now, basically, a tribe is a group of survivors that has banded together and made a tribe. It's kind of like a guild. That's how that works. Now, it's just basically so you can all play together, build together, and everybody can use, tribe-owned things. So let's get into it here. So we're gonna need some stone. Now, I know that I've already got some stuff, but I'm kind of just starting from basic to show you guys how this works. Now, different tools, when used on different things, will gather different things. So you see that I'm using a hatchet on a pile of rocks. Now, this ensures that I get more stone than I do flint or metal. So now I'm going to switch to my crude stone pickaxe here, and you'll notice that I'm getting more flint than I am stone. So different things work differently on different resources. Now, let's say that I wanted to go get wood or something like that, wood or thatch. Now, if I wanted more wood, then I would take my hatchet and use it on the tree. Now, if I wanted more thatch, then I would take my pickaxe and use it on the tree. Okay, I'm getting more thatch than I am wood. So that's how, that works. And there are other specific, tools that will gather only one type of thing. Like if you use a sickle on a plant, the only thing that will gather is fiber. You won't get any berries or seeds. If you want berries or seeds, you will have to either pick them by hand or use a dinosaur that you've tamed that can gather those things. So if you hit V, you'll come up with crafting list. Now you see I've got a lot of these little patterns. You know, you won't get all these when you're just starting out. You'll get, like, let's look up. Okay, you'll basically start out with this. You know, so once you've gathered the needed material shown up here in green, you know, 1 stone, 1 wood, and 10 thatch, you know, you can then hit craft and it will craft your stone pickaxe here. Now these items do have durability, they do wear down as you use them. So if we want to repair one, let's go to our search bar here. If you want to repair one, you'll need to drag it into your inventory from your bar, click it, and click repair item, and that will refresh its durability, so it'll be at full again. That works with gear, tools, basically gear and tools. Now, these recipes that we're looking at, when you level up, this is your XP bar here. These are your stats. When you level up, you'll get a choice of being able to put a point into a stat of your choosing. I recommend either fortitude or melee damage right off the bat, because surviving in this game is not easy, especially when you're just starting out. But to get more to these patterns that you see over here to build things, these are called engrams or engrams. So you'll click, you know, assign engram points, and you'll get a list of the things that you can learn engrams, you know, that you can learn. Every level you'll get a certain amount of points. That amount of points increases the higher level you reach. So when you reach level 30 or something like that, you'll get, you know, 50 per level instead of just the 3 or 4 or whatever. Now you can learn a multitude of things. Your gear, weapons, utility items like a campfire, signs if you're in a tribe, or if you're just by yourself and you want to, you know, let people know that that's your area. Narcotics, stimulants. There's some furniture here, a spyglass, a compass. Compass, by the way, if you are playing on a server that doesn't have your map marker shown on the map, a compass is a very, very handy thing. Irrigation pipes for watering crops and piping and drinking water, those are a good thing. Saddles you will need when you tame dinosaurs. If you plan to ride them, you'll need a saddle for that particular type of dinosaur. You have some structural stuff here, like a wooden spike wall that will hurt aggressed dinosaurs if they run into it. You've got, you know, like wooden ceiling, and I think up here in the very beginning stages you get thatch. That's what you'll be starting out with. So basically you'll be just mowing down forest for thatch in order to make, you know, your starter base or your house or whatever it is you're going to do. And as you go down the list, you get the more upgraded stuff like hide gloves instead of cloth gloves, hide hat, preservation bin to make food last longer. You can eventually get into the higher forms of building like the stone foundation. A bookshelf for your smithy here, it stores all of your blueprints that you might find. You know, metal pikes, hatchets, metal pick. Now the metal tools will obviously last longer than the stone tools. You know, so that's something to keep in mind, something that you should be going for. You know, and the list goes on. You know, so basically you'll upgrade all of your stuff as you go along and get more engram points. You can even make guns at later levels. So yeah, that's how engram work. You know, you learn it, and then most of the beginning level engrams, when you hit V to bring up the crafting list, most of them will show up here. Some of them, like some of the weapons and some of the armor, will require you to build a smithy, and the engram will show up when you open the smithy, and I will cover that in a later video. But basically right now you're just trying to survive. So you notice that we got some meat off of that Dilophosaur that we killed. We got some wood as well, so now you're going to have to feed yourself. If you notice on the right side of my screen, there are a few icons. You have the little plus icon, which is your health meter. You have the lightning bolt, which is your stamina. You have the turkey leg, which is your food. You have the raindrop, which is your hydration meter. You have the weight stone, which is how much you can carry. And you have the up arrow, which is how much XP you've gained so far. So you notice I'm a little low on food there. We're gonna open the fire's inventory. Take all that garbage out. Put the fresh raw meat in that hasn't spoiled. We're going to put some wood in there. Now if you hold down shift and drag, it'll split the stack. Now we're going to light it. Having a lit fire with raw meat on it creates cooked meat. But as you saw, let's open this again. As you saw, there's a lot of spoiled meat in there because when I logged off, the last time I left meat on there that hadn't cooked or it ran out of wood and it spoiled. Now I wouldn't recommend eating this, however, this right here is one of the ingredients for narcotics. So everything in this game has a use. Narcotics are used to tame dinosaurs. It keeps them asleep or keeps them sedated while you feed it the taming food. Now you notice that I'm getting cooked meat here, so we'll drag a couple of those over. I'll eat a couple of those. And you can also just gather a bunch of berries, but the berries don't give you anywhere near as much food as meat or cooked meat. You can eat raw meat. It will damage your health a little bit, but in a pinch, if you have to, then go ahead and eat it if you don't have anything else available to you. The different types of berries, you've got stem berries, amar berries, meja berries or miho berries, tinta berries, which you saw me eat a minute ago. There are a couple other types. There's narca berries as well. The two that you kind of want to stay away from eating all the time are stem berries because it drains your hydration, and narca berries. If you eat narca berries, it will put you to sleep. Narca berries are also used in making narcotics. They're the other ingredient. To make narcotics, you need spoiled meat and narca berries. Stem berries are good if you get poisoned. Like if you notice, okay, I haven't reached the level where that's a thing yet, but the other icon that you will get off to the right hand side of your screen there will be a little patch of stars, and that is your torpor. Now when you get poisoned, it will drive your torpor up, so you need to eat stem berries to kind of counteract that so it doesn't make you pass out. A lot of enemies or a lot of animals such as titan boas, spiders, scorpions, things like that, even some of the bugs will poison you, and you have to eat stem berries to counteract the effects of the poison so it doesn't knock you out and they don't kill you while you're knocked out. But yeah, that's the basics of surviving in ARK. You get yourself a little hut. You can hide in it, so you don't have to wander around the beach at night. You got fires for light. You have torches. There are two different types of torches that you'll gain access to right early in the game, and one of those is just a regular torch. And I think I've got one. Yep. So let's actually make one of these. Now, torches, when lit, have a duration of 15 minutes, so you can have them equipped for a total of 15 minutes. Now, it does count as a weapon, but you can gather berries and such while you're holding a torch. Other weapons, you will have to unequip the weapon in order to gather those types of things. But you've got this, and if you right-click it, it tosses it on the ground, and it can keep that area lit. But if you're just holding it, it does provide a little bit of warmth, and it does provide light. The other type of torch is a standing torch that you can actually place in the ground like a tiki torch and put wood in it and light it, and it will sit there and burn. So we're going to get rid of this because we already have a fire going. storage boxes to store some of your things. You see I've got some stuff in here. But yeah, that's basically beginning an ARK. Oh, also, when it rains, it will fill up your hydration bar, and if you have a water skin, let me see if I can make one of these real quick to show you. So we're going to make a water skin. Now these are very handy when you're out running around doing a lot of gathering and such. Your hydration is going to run out. But when it's raining and you have your water skin on your bar, you can just hit that number and it will fill up that water skin. And you will drink the water skin as you get lower and lower in hydration. Or if you want to, you can just hit the bar number again and it will drink the water skin and bring you up to full hydration. So that's good. These, however, cannot be used for transporting water. You will need some sort of irrigation system or a reservoir to do that. But yeah, that is the beginnings to surviving an ARK. There are some non-aggressive creatures that you can kill for meat early on, like the dodo bird, the parasaur, but I warn you, the parasaurs, when they get damaged enough, they tend to take off running. So be prepared for a little bit of a chase if you haven't put a whole lot of points into damage and you can't kill it right away. Your best weapons when you're just starting out are going to be the spear. They do a lot of damage when thrown. And as soon as you are able to get it, the bow. Arrows are very cheap to make. The bow's a little costly on fiber, but it's a good ranged weapon. It's not hard to aim if your server has crosshairs enabled. There is a fall off on the ammunition, like the arrows, but it's not too bad as long as they're within a decent range. You don't have to compensate too much for it. So yeah, that is the beginnings of ARK. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you'd like to join our server, I will include the server listing link in the description below. Anybody is welcome. We just ask that everybody be polite. It is a PvE server, so that means no raiding. Don't steal from your tribe mates, all that good junk. Alright, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing.